Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is already the 51st day of the experiment where for 100 days I invest $25 in cryptocurrency. In today's vid, we'll boost the $100 deposit, I'll show you all my deals from yesterday and we'll analyze the coin I'll invest in. So watch the video carefully, there will be a lot of useful information. I opened the first deal based on the coin flip. Right away guys, I want to share such interesting news with you. In the previous video, I told you about a person who once believed in me more than I did myself and somehow lent me $1,000. So today I want to go and create a present for him, so the video will be somewhat hurried, I will try to explain all my deals to you, but it's important for me to go to his house today, make this very gift, capture the reaction, and hopefully you will all see it tomorrow. Since I've already ordered, it seems like the package is en route, so guys, there will likely be a powerful video tomorrow. First deal open on Montelino, entering on short-term long trend, setting target at 100 plus, approximately around this minimum, and if you check order book, there was nothing interesting here. I was observing the overall trend, the price was increasing favorably for us and we were forming accumulations. Sooner or later, an exit from these accumulations would have been somewhere, so I logically assumed that there might be a breakout of the resistance level here and the price will continue to rise. Such stupid deals, guys, I also make them. I'm human, I also make them. Anyway, this is my first deal. You can't even see the closing and now you will all understand it. I opened the next deal on the 1-inch coin and here the situation was much more interesting. Look at the spot order book. There is a large volume and based on this density, I am starting to go long. The situation here is simply fantastic. In terms of what you see in the spot glass, we have a large order and if we look at the chart together, we have a resistance level. Essentially, I am even entering a breakout of this resistance level, which could result in a good movement with minimal risks. Love these situations when price approaches level, there's order, and you can confidently enter breakout of level as much as possible. Here's a quick update on the situation. I currently have 2 trades open simultaneously, and I'm closing the trade on the first coin at market price. I am down $16 because it seemed to me that I would not get the movement I desired in that location, and with this particular coin, one could only anticipate a limited outcome. Actually, the price is rising well for us, so I immediately set up a grid from the top to which I will adhere. Here, I just wanted to catch a certain impulse because most likely behind this level we would have had stop orders, and on these stops we could have caught the impulse, so I would place most of the orders here to lock in this position. Overall here, the price is still rolling back a bit for us, like it's been tossed in mayo. Here I wanted to add to the positions at the max possible points. Look at this, in the spot glass 1000, 2, 4, 1000, you see small volumes and here is significant density from which you could already enter the breakout of this level. Here I entered with the maximum possible volume. My risk in this deal was around $30.40. Things are going really well. We're also glad to see that Bitcoin has increased in value for us. And here I've already closed most positions based on these orders. Everything is cool. And here in the turning spot, another order appears from which I was already thinking of closing out. But again, there are sharp purchases, a sharp impulse, we fly through the stops. And in this situation, guys, I closed the position up $103. So our first deal is minus $16 and the second deal is up $103. The next trade I opened was once again with the 1-inch tool. Here I enter based on a retest of the resistance level. And once again, in the Spotan glass, the same high density is maintained from which I start to build a position. Here's what's happening in this situation. I honestly can't remember myself. I placed limit orders once again for buying just in case the price drops. But look, on the order book here, you see this order, it is still there, but then this order simply disappears from the order book. I make the decision to cancel all these orders and simply close out at a loss of $16 because it was unclear if the price would continue to drop further. There are no tight ranges, no need to hide, so I just cancel all orders and close directly in the market at minus $16 because it's unclear what could have been expected. Yes, technically one could have anticipated a retest of this level, but if there is no density, there is no point in remaining in this trade. I no longer saw it. My next deal was opened with the compound instrument. A very interesting situation, guys. Look, there are 500 coins in the spot glass. Initially I thought about going long, but I see how quickly they are eating up this volume. I immediately jump in on the short side. Literally just a couple of seconds here and this deal is probably the most fabulous one today. And yesterday was just some kind of rocket day. I was able to make a total of 6 profitable deals and 4 unprofitable ones. When comparing to the previous days there, somehow, well, it was a bit challenging. And yesterday, no matter where you go, everything just like, I don't know, as if everything was written in butter and you just follow this script. In general, here I jump into short. I haven't spread the net yet to fixate on it. I did sell off some positions right away, but I've already decided to simply maximize profit in this situation. Plus here we see that the volumes were elevated, but after eating up the orders, the price dropped. So the price is dropping, just look at the momentum. Just wonderful. I'm sitting here so satisfied thinking, darn, caught this situation. At first I thought about going long from the entry, but ended up scalping and didn't really go wrong. Could have set a stop here, meaning the stop here was just very short. In total, I am already closing half of the positions here and started gradually moving the stop loss. As usual, I moved the stop loss. I usually move based on a 5-minute candlestick or important levels. So here, if the price is dropping, we could have already moved beyond this level. What I'm gradually doing, guys, I don't really know how it's done. Personally, I always wait for a 5-minute candlestick. Here are your movements. If you caught on to constantly set a 5-minute stop loss, and you would have caught the maximum possible movement. So here I did the same. The price is dropping. I gradually tightened this stop loss, and the deal was already closed here at the stop, although I expected a movement possibly to the lowest level. And in this deal, guys, $1.86 was earned. Just a wonderful deal. I don't know, maybe one of the best I've ever made in my life. The next deal was opened with the ICP instrument. In the order book I see a large density, so I immediately set a stop loss for this density, resulting in a very short one, and I expect to catch a move from this level. But again, guys, I've experienced similar situations before, and at one point I also went short on the rebound from this level. And this moment, when I once got into a negative, I already remembered it. I see that in this situation volumes are increasing, I see that activity in the token is increasing, and I make a decision just in this situation to flip the market already breaking through this level. Why? Because it is simply based on the experience I had in such a situation. The level did not work out for me. The price just started consuming all the orders one after another. You can witness it yourself now. I opened in a breakdown. Here it is actually just a powerful impulsive move. I do not manage to fix most of the orders on the impulse, but in reality the breakout started. There was no reaction from this level. The price seemed to not even acknowledge this level. That is why I opened in short and long. I wanted to maximize the profit. Started gradually moving the stop loss again, because in the previous situation there were just those 5 minutes and it went to the moon, but it did not happen here. The price rolled down to my stop loss and I was left with no choice but to accept the loss. In total, guys, these two deals earned a profit of plus $32. The next deal was opened using the sushi instrument. In the spot glass we see a high density, so I enter a long position based on the density. Everything is just like that. Trading, guys, based on densities has been a pleasure lately because the market is powerful. You trade breakouts and these breakouts are hard to catch. And when you simply trade based on densities, everything is great. If the density is not broken down, if the density is real, it actually holds the price quite well. Here you see, we have increasing volumes. I see something strange because our candle is not as big compared to others, so the volumes have already increased so much for us. Everything is great here. I'm already entering with my main volume, and look at what an interesting moment. This density disappears from the spot glass. I immediately remove all orders. It's just thrown into the market. Such an impulse occurs. On this impulse I close part of the position, and the remaining part of this position, as I remember, was closed by a stop loss. I personally believed that we would go to the moon in that location because the volumes were increasing, and we also had a small resistance level right here, so one could anticipate movement at least within this range. Anyway, if we examine the technical analysis, we observe this short-term upward movement, and we also have a level of resistance in this area, so we could anticipate movement at the very least towards these levels potentially. But again, this did not happen. This order was simply thrown into the market and the remaining positions were already closed by the stop loss. In this deal, guys, a profit of plus $25 was made. The next deal was opened with the ICX instrument. I test, observe high density, start building short position. In terms of technical analysis, difficult to say something here, guys, because it seemed like I did everything right in this situation. There was reaction from this density, set stop loss order, so to speak, at break even, but got wiped out at break even, and this trade ultimately closed at a loss of $2. So it turns out that we have not even reached this density yet, but somehow I got stopped, and in this situation I lost $2. The next deal was opened again with the same instrument. Here I entered. I myself don't remember where I entered here. Probably once again went short. Logically it was here, of course. Oh, I already went long in short, guys. Why? I thought, well, considering the absence of technical analysis levels, I was showcasing daily candles at this particular location. Here, daily candles, no resistance level, we could easily go up to $3. I thought, well, we should still go long since our shorts didn't work out. According to the terms, there was such wild activity in the market, plus we had increased volumes. So I thought maybe we can catch some movement, some breakout. In fact, this particular coin then proceeded to go long. Yeah, good. Well, here I simply had an unfortunate outcome. I got stopped out. Well, unlucky. Even from a professional perspective, I had a foolish trade here. Well, at least it was a foolish trade. If you needed to enter, then on the breakout at least of this level right here at this point, set the stop loss at 0.4. Well, here we have a deserved loss, a $38 loss. The next deal was opened with the XRP instrument in the order book. I see a large volume, and based on this volume, I start building a long position. Also, if we look at the technical analysis, there seems to be a small support level here, so there are two probabilities to consider when opening a trade. Here we have a support level, here is a significant density from which I start to build a position. If we look together, the next density has appeared even larger, 3.5 million. That's already something like $3.5 million. And in this place, I set limit orders to add to this position. Everything is going great here. Again, I'm thinking about where to set my take profit. I think it should be set at the very maximum. Perhaps here we will have a breakout of these levels. We can just catch a 5% move and I will reach $1,000, starting, I remind you, from just $100. So here I'm looking at us also opening up on such a short-term trend. The price is going up, then removing this order from the order book. Here they remove it, 100 plus. I already have it without a loss, but I still decide to close it on the market because I no longer had liquidity in the order book. I had nothing to rely on. So I decided to close this trade with just a $1.10 profit. The next and last deal today was initiated with instrument AMG. The situation here is great from both a technical analysis perspective and the order book. In the spot class, I see a high density, and from a technical analysis perspective, I see a slope here in the breakout of which one can enter. Here is that same slope. Here we have the lows, and what usually happens in such situations, usually there is a breakout, a retest of this trend line, and then price continues towards lower support level. We had a high density in the spot class here with an amount of around $2.2 million, so we could just calmly enter. Also, this coin has grown a lot in the past few days. I think it could have been possible to enter despite a correction. Everything looks quite logical. I've marked these levels here. The price, of course, made me a bit nervous here because I entered with the maximum volume and the risk in this deal was around $1.50, maybe $1.60. I just couldn't accept the fact that I couldn't take out the potential I wanted without taking a risk. So basically here we actually don't break through this density. The density was quite high. We have a good downward movement without any, roll-ins, notches. We only had breakouts and pullbacks here precisely at the resistance level because the price was trying to hold there. I thought they might consume this volume or not. However, in any case, technically I did everything right. I was expecting a movement down to the very bottom level. If the price had reached this level, I would have made just about $1,000. In this video, we would have finished the acceleration with you, but that didn't occur. The price reached this level and began acting foolish. At the next level, it started to act dumb. Here we had an impulse. On this impulse, I already started to fix, guys, a big part of the position and tighten the stop loss to show the maximum possible movement. Yes, of course, you could have done nothing at all. Just go to sleep, wait for some movement, but just look at the time when all my deals were open. I was sitting here all night today, starting from around 2 a.m. and lasting until 7 a.m. So in a period of 5 hours, I managed to earn a total of $327 today, making tonight an absolutely wonderful experience for me, so to speak. Here, some positions are still closing, while others I enter the market making small moves and gradually securing my positions. And in general, the remaining of this position has already been closed at 100%, although I say, if I had done nothing, the results would have been much better. Plus $143 from this deal, total for the day, plus $327. And this situation, as you can see from the chart, allow me to sketch it out for you and demonstrate how the potential would have completely played out. Here is our support level, this is where we entered, and here we experienced a significant density. Here's our movement. Here I've already fully secured myself, meaning I've almost survived the maximum possible movement. After a small correction, the price reached this level, full potential realized. How do I identify potential in these situations? Here we have the distance, roughly speaking. Here we have short-term movement, and we simply look at the waves. Here's the wave, here's the wave. So you could expect a similar wave here, and that's roughly what happened. So in my view, the maximum potential in the short term was achieved. I could have already completed this deposit boost, of course, if I hadn't closed this deal. But anyway, what's done is done. Refreshing the page, we have $909.95 in our balance. I don't know why these cents at the end sometimes change, because sometimes you open 95, sometimes 71. Write in the comments if you know about this. So guys, today which coin will I buy? You'll be amazed by what coin it is. It'll be the USDT coin. Why? Because today I don't have much time to choose between coins. This is a reliable option that definitely won't crash, won't go below $1, and you can definitely keep your money safe. Today I'm adding this coin. Also, I'm saying I need to leave urgently now. I'm editing the video, making a thumbnail, and we're taking off. And I will, well, observe the response of this individual. Well, I trust you also enjoyed this video. Guys, comment on the analysis of the deals if we should do more breakdowns. When we examine the statistics together, this is what we find. The first day was positive, $116, $138. The third day was minus $82, then minus $3, also quite tough. 153, 160, 327, and I believe there's one part left. I hope there won't be any surprises at the end now. And we ultimately reached $1,000. In the upcoming video, I will demonstrate my panel to ensure there are no inquiries for me either. Best of luck to all, profits for all, goodbye for now.